Hey, Scott Hilton, Scott Talks here with got some Hey Dude shoes. And yes, I'm going to waste money on these because I'm going to mow the grass with them. But my wife said she liked them, so I should get another pair for just for walking around. They're not super duper thick. They're a little thicker on the back. And some people say that it can make your toes slide a little forward and hit the end, but it is super flexible. Very stretchy material, very breathable. This is the Hey 2.0, so it's good for water. I asked the guy at the store, you got something besides Crocs that I can wear, try to mow the grass or something? My old sneakers kept getting wet and they mildewed, and I was like, I cleaned them and I put bleach on them and they just started falling apart. And I was like, there's got to be something else out there. And I found these. These look like they'll do a good job. They're expensive. They do make other brand things that are cheaper, but this one had all the holes I wanted. And you can see it go all the way through. It'll drain easy, air out easy, pull the lining out, holes in the lining. It's padded, that's good. It's got a teeny tiny little hint of an arch, but it's not really, an arch. But it'll do. They say that a good one to look for has a little bump right here to keep your heel from sliding forward too much and getting on the toes. But I wear wide. Usually I check the Crocs. The 10s were too tight. My toes hit the end. The 11s were too loose. I was like, this is killing me. And this also is 10 and 11. But Croc bought the company, so they own this. Hey Dude. This is a neat little shoe, little boat shoe. I'm wearing it with no socks because the socks would just get wet while I'm mowing grass. I know it's not the most perfect thing at the end for mowing grass, but it's got a little traction to it. And I'm on flat land here in Florida, so we'll give it a go. It's got these little elastic straps, and they're tied like right about here when you get them. And what you do is you pull them a little taut, tie a little knot in them, you just tuck them up under here, and boom, you're done. Tuck it under all three of them. How about that? And they slip on and off pretty easy. That makes it look a little better. There, out of the way. They're comfy. It's like wearing a bedroom slipper. They're very casual. You wouldn't go dressed up for it or anything. Unless your wife approves and says you can go to dinner with it while you're wearing them, and you're like, win-win. Right, guys? Dads know this. Dads know. You get the win-win shoe, you get a win-win. Because in the emotions that are packed in a house with me, I grew up had a daughter. At times we had a female cat, at times we had a male cat. But the emotion thing kicks in a lot. And the entire world revolves around, this is your fault, Dad. Dad, why didn't you do this, Dad? So this is our little gift to each other. We get Hey Dudes, we go out and ride a bike, go play golf, whatever, go putt-putting, just go do things, treat yourself to a Starbucks when the doctor says don't. Things like that. Because it's all a win-win for the dad. See, made in, that's not made in, that's a code number. But I ended up with a 10, and it stretches with a wide foot. It stretches nicely. It's nice and comfortable. You slide this little sucker in, one-handed. You slip it on. Boom. Pull. Nice, nice, nice. If it feels too tight, you loosen the knot and move it slightly. Put it there and there. And go mow some grass. I've already done a little bit of work with it on. A little yard work. Got a little wet. Now my wife got me watering plants and stuff too, so that gets me a little more wet than just doing the grass. So I've got these bad boys for that. Yeah. And they're great for walking around the house, pulling weeds and watering and getting all wet, because you just throw them down like the Crocs would be. Just throw them down and let them dry. So I've got super high hopes for these, and my wife's already encouraging me to wear something besides sneakers all the time, which I love my sneakers. I got the Nikes are the best. I like these, the best dad shoe, Monarch Air. They're the most comfortable. But when you got a wide foot, you also have to have New Balance. These are 608s. And I've got others. I got another 608, but just different color. Because I rotate them. When I'm riding my bike, I get a little chain grease on them. So I use an older pair. My 608s. You get a little heel scuffs, the white ones. Change it every time. There's that chain. See that chain mark? As soon as they were brand new looking until that happened, riding the bike. But that's all right. And I pull the insoles out of those. Got it here. Let it air out. It gets sway. And that's what you do. So, and these are my bedroom slippers. And these will be great bedroom slippers one day too. I might advance them up to the bedroom slipper. You just slip them on as loose as you want. If you don't want to even have the knot tied, you just have them flopping around, that little string, flopping around with a little knot the way it is when you get them. Yeah, it's all right. You know, it'd be nice and loose. I stubbed my toe when I was a little kid, and I never did want to wear traditional open-toed shoes, and here I am with these guys. Yeah, and I got these for going to the pool. I'm trying that out. But, yeah, I got these are great. There's cloth. They're breathable. I got them tied loose. You just slip them on. The insole pulls out if you want to air them out a little bit or wash it. And they wash pretty good. And you throw a sneaker ball in there. You get some sneaker balls. You drop one in there. Boom. Airs it out. Get you another sneaker ball. Boom. There. Gives it a little fresh scent when you're not wearing it. And you rotate them out. I have another pair, so I'll rotate them out. Different brand. That connects version, the ones that slip in, the first ones that slipped in. My wife got me one of those. So these could be a new possible bedroom slipper. You know, they're size 10, so we see how they go. But I like them so far. I've been wearing them a little bit, and my wife likes the look of them. It's probably over the black all the time, but hey, that's the way life is, right, guys? Dads out there, these are dad shoes, considered dad shoes. The New Balances are considered dad shoes. The Nike Monarch considered a dad shoe, and rather affordable compared to, you know, the Air Jordans. I went into a sneaker store one time, and I said, do you have wide? I want just some regular wide shoes. And the guy told me no. I'm sure they had them, but he said no. And of course, everything in the store was like $1,000 a sneaker. But I was looking for just a nice wide shoe, and I knew I couldn't get Air Jordan in wide, but that's something nice. And I was like, yeah, I'll just go to a regular store. And I'd end up at Dick's or someplace and go in and find the New Balance. I said, that's wide. And then find maybe another brand that was wide, check the tread and see if it's something good. And I'd get it. So I recommend the Hey Dudes. They're just good, casual, flopping around shoes. And if you're like, you know, have your wife help you pick them out. That way you'll be wearing something she likes, and you can get away with wearing it. But if you pick them out and you come out home with whatever color or another black pair or something, and she's like, ugh, you know, you ain't going out to dinner, sneaking out to dinner with those shoes on. But if she picks them out, you might just make a casual dinner wearing your Hey Dudes. And you wash them, they're washable. You just throw them in the wash, I've heard. And I was like, cool. Pull the insoles out and wash those too, or scrub them by hand and let them air dry. Hang them up with a clippy hanger. And then you'll be happy. And click your heels 3 times if you're happy. And like and subscribe if you're happy. But yeah, I recommend them. I'd say check the prices, try them on. Oh my gosh, the 10 surprised me that it works. The 11 was, you know, too big and floppy and a little too loose. And I was just like, you know, I've heard people online say the sizes vary. You know, they'll say one thing, but I would not order them. I'd go to a store and try on different sizes and different types. Like this is the 8 Hey 2.0 version. Find the style you like. If it's the wrong color, great, try it on. And if you're wearing socks with it, you know, keep the socks on. If you're not wearing socks, no socks. And if you get one you like, then you sit there and order them online with the color you want, and boom, you're good because you got the right size, fits good. But don't just order one, because you may end up returning it and saying, it didn't fit right, I can't have it. But if I got these at Rack Room Shoes at the mall, you know, So yeah, I paid them all price. Yeah. So, but I think these will work out. So like and subscribe and share. And you dads out there, it's something to look into, right? Have a good day. Bye.